Okay, now we have started the ninth experiment, which is the univariate linear regression. And for this experiment as well as the 10th experiment, you don't have any code runner interface to run these. So what you do is you'll be running the same in Jupyter Lab or in Google Colab. Okay, so I prefer you use the Jupyter Lab because for the lab examination you are permitted to use either Jupyter Lab or VS Code. Okay, so it is okay if you do it in VS Code as well. uh, I prefer this Jupyter Lab installation to be done in your system, in your own system, right? So we'll just see what is this univariate linear regression. So this is a program for doing univariate linear regression, where you're going to draw, a plot, a scatter plot, as well as a regression line for that particular scatter plot. So this was already done in class during the theory session, where you are being given with two uh, data points, one with x and another with y. So this represents a two-dimensional data point structure. So one thing that you have to keep in mind is that the x and the y, total number of elements in x and y should be the same. Like it should not be like x should be greater than y or y should be greater than x. That should not happen. The total number of elements in x and y should be the same. So first of all, you have imported one more new library known as the matplotlib.pyplot as an alias name plt. So this is being used to draw the graph, right? That's what this particular library does. And of course you require the numpy library, as we are dealing with matrix calculation. Then you define two arrays here. So here there is no backend sort of test cases being given. You yourself are giving the values here. This values can be given arbitrarily. It can you have the liberty to give your own values. So just give these values, and afterwards you are straight away uh, plotting those values as a scatter plot. So in order to get the scatter plot, you are getting this function from the matplotlib.pyplot library, and you are doing the scatter plot x comma y. So if you run this program, what I will be getting is, sorry, one second. So when you run this program, you'll be getting the plot like this. Okay, this will be the plot for the initial stage, that is for the x and y values. Then what happens afterwards? You're going to do the linear regression to fit a straight line. So you're going to find out the linear regression line for this data points. So for that, first you do is you will find the x bar and y bar, which is the x values mean and y values mean. Then you are defining the numerator as well as the denominator values initially as 0. Then you are going to calculate the numerator, which is numerator is equal to numerator plus each value of x minus its average value multiplied by what y value being subtracted, the mean of the y value being subtracted from the corresponding y value. So the corresponding x and y value should be the means of those values will be those x and y values will be subtracted from the corresponding x and y values. And similarly in the denominator, you will be dividing it with the x minus the x bar the whole square. That is why this equation is being given. And finally you'll be getting the slope, which is defined as this whole value divided by this value. And you can find it in our theory section, where how you are going to find the slopes value. The slope value is actually what xi minus x bar into yi minus y bar divided by xi minus x bar the whole square. This is your slope value. So slope value is identified here. The y-intercept is being identified here as y bar minus mx bar. So once you got these values, you can simply print this. That is what is being given here. This value, this is the x bar and the y bar values being given. Then afterwards, what has happened? Then you're going to get a y value. The y predicted value is being given here. That is also being entered. And finally, you're going to plot this scatter plot again with the red values for the dots, and you're going to draw the line also in the graph like this using x comma y predicted, and the color is given as blue. And finally you have to show this. So the final image will be like this. This is your univariate linear regression. I hope you understood. Thank you.